let's have a look at our first section tonight. So the first thing we're looking at is completing patterns in decimal. Now, I know that we're going to get to number patterns later on in the year, all right, definitely, and decimals might make a return appearance then when we're doing number patterns. But tonight, let's have a look at completing decimals if we completing patterns if we have what they call decimal fractions. Now, you'll see that word fractions there again, guys, because like I said, common fraction and a decimal fraction, pretty much the same thing. It can be converted. Okay. So look at the following patterns and work out how they are formed. So if we're looking at the first pattern and we're not thinking of it as a decimal, guys, I don't want you to think of it as a decimal yet. I want you to think of it as a pattern. Okay. So if I had to look at this pattern, all right, I could say to myself, well, what's actually happening? The numbers are going down, okay? The numbers are definitely going down. And if I'm looking to see what's going to happen, I'm going to show you something. So I'm just going to take away some marks here quickly. I'm going to take away these commas. And when I take away the commas, what's happening, guys? It's moving from being decimals to being normal numbers. Okay, so it's moving from being decimals to being normal numbers. Now that it's normal numbers, super easy to work out what the pattern is. What's happening to those normal numbers each time? What am I doing? You can tell me in the chat. What's happening with those normal numbers? What's happening each time? What am I doing? How do I get from 54 to 53, from 53 to 52? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Where's everybody tonight? Also quiet. Okay, I'll help you out. All right. What's happening is that the numbers are going down by 1. So my next one would be 46. Then I'd have 45. Then I'd have 44, etc., etc., etc. Okay, good, Mateo. I'm subtracting with 1. Now, what we need to remember is, hold up, but ma'am, you can't just delete that comma. And I agree with you. You can't just delete that comma. So what am I going to go do? I'm going to go put that comma back. There we go. 47 becomes 4,7. 46 becomes 4,6. 4,5 and 4,4. All right. Oh dear. Let's look at our next one. Okay. In a very similar way to the way we've just done it, guys, what can we ignore from this next one that's going to bring out a pattern? I'm going to go grab my white pen. Okay. I would say the numbers that we could ignore so that we could work out the pattern here is technically, I see this 2, I see this 2, I see that 2, that 2's common, 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay, so I see all those 2's. That's cool. That 2 is common. All the numbers have that 2, all right? Oh, gosh, what's happening here tonight? All the numbers have that 2, okay? So I'm going to go back to my pattern here. And I'm going to say, well, my next number is going to be 2, because that's what's the same. All right. And let's see what's happening to the other 2 numbers. 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. Good, Azande. I'm increasing by 1. So 45, 2, because that's what's common, comma, 46, 2, comma, sorry, guys, 2, comma, 47. Okay. The next one, what's common? 8, 426, 8, 427, 8, 429, 8, 430, 8, 431. What's common? 8's common. Good, Azande. 8's common. Good. Anything else common? What else is common? What else? The 8's definitely common. I agree with you. Are there any other? Is there another common number? Good. The 4 as well. So for our next number, could we maybe go 8, 4, because that's common. And then let's look at the last two numbers. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. So my next one is going to be 8, 4, 3, 4. 8, 4, 3, 5. Okay. Hi, guys, that we're running a bit late. Hi, guys. I see you. Hi, hi. Okay. And finally, let's look at the next one. 1,673, 1,671, 1,669, 1,667, 1,662, 665, 1,663, 1,661, 1,659. Good. The 1 is common. Good, Amishle. Anything else common between all those numbers? The 1's definitely common. I agree. Good. Breathe the 6. Good, Azande. Good. So I'm going to have 1,6 because that's common. And then I had 73, 71, 69, 67, 65, 63, 61, 59. Guys, what's happening each time? What's the difference between 73 and 71? Good. I'm minusing 2. Well done. Oh, Uma, I'm sorry your brain's not braining. Okay, and here I'm minusing 2. And here I'm minusing 2. So 1,659. I've got my 1,6 because that's common. All right, what are my last two numbers going to be? What are my last two numbers going to be? 1,6 what? 1,6 what, guys? Okay, it's going to be 1,657. All right, and then I'm going to minus 2. I'm going to have 1,655. And we'd go on like that, minusing 2, minusing 2, minusing 2. Good, well done. Well done, guys. Okay. So let's have a look at you guys doing that now by yourself. So complete these patterns by writing the next 5 numbers. So I've given you 4 examples there. Complete the patterns by writing the next 5 numbers. Go have a look. Complete the pattern by writing the next 5 numbers. So you got your paper, you got your pen in front of you, you're doing the work. Okay, you're doing the work because that's important. All right. Uma, I agree. Kunga was so little people. I know. Only 16 of us or 15 or 16 of us on the call tonight. Very few people tonight. I know. It's very sad. I don't know where all our people are going. I think because school's ending next week, eh? I think because term's ending. Right, guys, I'm going to give you 2 more minutes to keep going. No, there's 15 people, Lejo, I promise. There's 15 of us. 15 people tonight. Yeah. Okay, keep on going, guys. You got this. 2 more minutes. All right, 1 more minute. Okay, I'm going to have a look. So, people saying they're studying. I know, guys. I know studying is real in grade 8. I know. Ma'am, only maths test to do, which is next week. That's cool, Amar, so you can focus just on maths. That's amazing. Okay, ma'am, are classes still going to continue during school holidays? Yes, they are. Make sure that you are here On a Tuesday and a Thursday, we will still be having class. On Thursday last week, we did our brain break and we had a vote and we decided we're going to start on learning some new work from term 2. So we're going to start and learn some new work from term 2 in the holidays. Okay, so we're going to get a head start on term 2. All right. Omar, we just started. You can't have a brain break if we've just started. All right. Okay, let's have a look. So, who's going to help me out? 2.1.1. Amishle. Hi, Amishle.
Hi, ma'am.
All right. Amishle, how did you find this? Was this easy?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let's have a look. Can you help me out with the first one? What did you get for your 5 numbers?
So I got 9,7,
9,7, good.
9,8,
Cool.
9,9,
Nice.
9,10, and 9,11.
Okay, so thank you, Amishle. Stay with me. Stay with me. Okay, so you got 9,9. Happier with 9,9. Now, talk to me about if we had to get rid of this comma. Amishle, if this comma had to disappear. So like we were doing this again. Remember how we did it earlier? How I said to you guys, make the comma disappear?
Yes, ma'am.
You with me? Okay, so
Yes,
I'm going to make this comma go disappear quickly. So stay with me because this is a really good way to get the right answer every time. I'm going to teach you a trick. Okay, what number comes after 99? Because now we've got 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. What number comes after 99?
100, ma'am.
100, good. And after 100?
101.
Good. 101. Now, we're going to go and we're going to bring the comma back. You ready?
Yes, ma'am.
So, 1 decimal place, hey? 1 decimal place, 1 decimal place, 1 decimal place, 1 decimal place, 1 decimal place. So how many decimal places do I need?
1.
1. So I'm going to go put my comma in there. So I've got 1 decimal place and 1 decimal place. Can you see how easy it is to make that mistake, Amisha? Because you get so used to like, you're like 9,7, 9,8, 9,9, 9,10, 9, you know what I mean?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, but if you look at it mathematically, does it make sense now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, awesome. I'm glad. Good. Well done, Amishle. All right. I don't see any other brave people here tonight. Where's all my hands at? I saw somebody had their hand and they put their hand down. Guys, where are you? Where's everybody? Yo, I think everybody's brains are not braining like Umar said. Okay, let's go back to you. Amishle, come back to me. You're the only one with your hand up. Well done. Right, Amishle, talk to me. So now we have 2,7, 2,8, 2,9. Can you use my same trick for this one?
3, 0, 0.
Well done. 3,0. Good. What's the next one?
3, 1.
Rock star.
And then 3,2.
Good.
3,3, and then 3,4.
Well done. That one's nice and easy. Hey, am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Amishle. Amishle, I'm going to go and I'm going to pick someone from the list now. Okay, thanks, Amishle. All right, so I am going to pick, let's see, who have I not heard from in a while? Let's go Bree. Hi, Bree.
Hi, ma'am.
How are you?
Fine, thanks. And how are you?
I'm good. Bree, help me out with number 3. What's my 5 numbers? What did you get?
I got 7,1.
Good.
And then for that one, I just wrote, for the second one, I just wrote 7. Because is there 7,0?
Well done. Good. So you can
And
just
then,
write 7 or 7,0. Either way, fine. Perfect. Carry on.
then I said 6,9,
Rockstar.
6,8,
Good.
then got 6,7.
Well done. Thank you so much, Bree.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, guys, and I'm going to finish this last one off for us. So we've got, oh my goodness, my number's going to have to be a little bit small here. I'm going to have 211,9. Then I'm going to have 212, and you could put a 0 there if you wanted to. Doesn't mean it's going to be wrong. Then you're going to have 202,1, 202,2, and 202,3. Okay. All right. Are we ready to move on to some more challenging ones? Let's move on to some more challenging ones. Okay. There are another 8 for you to do. Some of them are easy. Some of them are a little bit more challenging. Let's go. Let's knock these out. I'm giving you 2 minutes and then I'm doing the answers. Let's go. 2 minutes. Off you go. These ones are nice. Come on. Hi. Got 1.5 minutes left. And then we're going to do the answers. Right. Keep going. Keep on going, guys. Okay. I'm going to run through these for you very quickly so we can get to the next section. Let's have a look at what the answers were. Oh, I do see someone else has raised their hand, though. Lejo, hello.
Hi, ma'am. Hi, ma'am.
Good, and you?
I'm good, ma'am. I'm good, ma'am.
Good. Are you helping me out? Are we smashing these ones out? Let's go.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
What's
Just the
the
first
next?
one.
Let's go.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. So we got 5.30,
Good. Well done.
and we got 5.31,
Nice.
and we also got 5.32,
Good.
and we got 5.33,
Well done.
and we got 5.34.
Well done. Nice. Well done, Lejo.
Thanks, ma'am. Thanks, ma'am.
Alright. I've got another person with their hand raised. Nice. Lufuno.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Good. Okay, let's go with the next one. What did you get for your next answers?
I got 1,70,
Good.
1,69,
Well done.
1,68,
Good. Nice.
1,67,
Good.
and 1,66.
Well done. Thank you so much. Thank you for being brave. Okay, let's finish these next lot off, guys. So we've got 427,49, 427,50, 427,51, 427,52, and 427,53. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Okay. And the last one we've got 614. Hopefully you guys got that one. 614. You could say, I'm going to write it sideways for you. You could say 614,00 like that if you wanted to. Okay. 6,14. So then we've got 614,01, 614,02, 614,03, and 614,04. So that one was a little bit trickier because that one is a new one. That one is a new one. All right, Umar, you need to stop doing private messages on my chat. So, guys, remember the chat is for maths questions only. I'm going to answer Umar's question, though, because I know what the answer is. Umar, you are right. Umar is asking us about accounting equations. So, technically, it's a bit of maths, I suppose, for his EMS test. Umar, yes, you are right. That is the right answer that you've got there. Okay. So, next thing we're going to do is copy and complete these number lines, filling in the numbers where the arrow is pointing. So there are 2 here, guys. I want you to have a look at those. Your screens might be a little bit small, but go and see if you can answer those for me. So I've got, go and see if you can have a look at those for me. I'm going to give you 2 minutes and then we're going to do them. Okay. They're a little bit tricky, I'm not going to lie. They are a little bit tricky, so be careful. They are a bit tricky, so be careful, especially that first one. That first one is quite tricky. Kunga was asking, ma'am, are there no polls anymore? So if you were at Watobi last year and you're joining us from Watobi and coming into MathsLive, Kungawa, no, we don't have polls anymore. We don't have polls anymore. But if you do want to ask me something, or we're going too fast for you or too slow, just send me a private message. Just send me a private message. Okay. All right. Okay, let's have a look. So here I've got the number 5, 0. Here I've got the number 5, 0, 1. So technically, guys, isn't it fair to say that this is 5, 0, 0, and this is 5, 0, 10, hey? Okay, so that is one way that you can work it out. You can go put some more zeros in. So if you've got 5, 0, 1, 0, and this is only 5, 0, 0, then maybe it would be better for us to say this. Instead of 5, 0, we go and we write this, right? We go and we write, instead of being 5, 0, we change it and we make it 3 decimal places. So we've got 5, 0, 0, 0. And if that's 5, 0, 0, 0, then what's that arrow pointing at? That arrow is going to be pointing at 5, 0, 0, 1. This one's going to be 5, 0, 0, 2. 5, 0, 0, 3. 3, yeah. Then I'm going to have 5, 0, 0, 4. 5, 0, 0, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, until we get to 10. All right. After that one, I'm going to have 5, 0, 11, and then 5, 0, 12. Can you see how I found the pattern, guys? It doesn't have to always just be maths, 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 maths. You can actually find the patterns within maths to help you out. So if that's 12, I know that these big lines mean that this is going to be 5, 0, 2, 0, because that's 0, 10, 20, which means this one is going to be 5, 0, 1, 9. And this one that the arrow is pointing at is 5, 0, 2, 1. Done. Well done, Umar. Nice. Okay. The next one's a little bit easier because it looks like we're going up in ones. So this is going to be 5, 3, 6, 0. Then I've got up to this one, which is 5, 3, 6, 3. Then I'd have 3, 6, 4. This one would be 5, 3, 6, 5. 5, 3, 6, 6 on the next line. And then 5, 3, 6, 7. Okay. if I'm looking at my big lines, and what I mean by my big lines are these ones here that I'm making purple. That's a big line. That's a big line. This one will be a big line. I've got 60, 70. So my other one is going to be 5, 3, 80. Okay. If I go to this last missing arrow, I've got 5, 371, 372, 373. This is going to be 5, 374. All done. All done. Okay, moving on. All right, I'm going to leave that there in case anyone needs to take a screenshot. In our next section, we're going to have a look at greater than, less than, and we're working out which decimals are bigger than, smaller than, or equal to. Now, a reminder, once again, remember last week I told you you're going to see that table in your test? Guys, if you don't see this in your test this term, you're definitely going to see it in the exam. Okay, greater than, smaller than, equal to, with decimals and fractions and percentages and fractions, and it's going to be there. So make sure you understand, how does it mean to say something's greater than? What does it mean to say something's less than? Do I understand my decimals, or do I need to make them into fractions? And let's see what I'm talking about with that. See your hand, Amishle. I'm going to answer you right now. Okay, so I'm just going to do the first row for you guys. I've got 6,9 and I've got 6,8. Okay. I always say to you, I like to use the dot method. Some people like to use the crocodile method, but in this terms, 6,9 and 6,8, if I'm looking at those numbers and I take the comma away, or I make them into fractions, or however I do it, I know that 6,9 is the bigger number, so I'm putting 2 dots there. And 6,8 is the smaller number, so I put 1 dot there. Okay. For number 2, I've got 7,03 and I've got 7,3. Again, some students get confused and they're like, but ma'am, when we looked at integers, it was a different way. Guys, no. Okay, no. Go and tell yourself, how many decimal places are here? How many decimal places are here? There's 2 decimal places, hey? There's 2 decimal places. And on the other side, I only have 1 decimal place. So go put your other one in there. 7's the same, 7's the same. That's all good. So I've got 7,03, 7,3. That's not going to help us. The 7's aren't going to help us. But 0,3 and 30, which number is going to be bigger? 2 dots on the 30, 1 dot on the 0,3. Okay. Same thing again. 7 and 7 are the same. 7,2, 7,04. So the 7 and the 7 ain't going to help us. What is going to help us is by making sure I've got the same amount of decimals on each side. So now I have 2 decimals on the 7,20 and 7,04. Which number is bigger, 20 or 4? Which one's bigger? Which one's bigger? Where's everyone gone? Everyone's so quiet tonight. It's like you guys came to grade 8 and you forgot your voices. Okay, which one's bigger, guys? 20 or 4? Thank you, 20. So 2 dots on the 20, 1 dot on the 4. And finally, I've got 0,25, 0,025. It ain't helping me having the zeros. It is going to help me to have another decimal place. So 250 and 0,25, which one's bigger? It's going to be my 250. 2 dots, 1 dot, done. The bigger number always gets the 2 dots. The smaller number gets the 1 dot. All right. I'm going to move this down so you can practice. Okay. I don't want you to get distracted that there's more examples there. Don't stress about that. There's 4 numbers there for you to practice. In the meantime, Amishle, you have a question. What's your question, Amishle?
Ma'am.
Yes.
So let's see, you, like, for example, in the first ones that we did, ma'am,
Yeah.
So let's say in a test you get that, and let's say you forgot, like the method that you showed with like removing the comma, ma'am.
Yeah.
What if you like remember that and then you just get stuck with,
Yeah. Okay, so if you
like,
get stuck.
yes, ma'am.
Okay, if you get stuck, all right, then another way for you to do it, Amishle, is to convert them all to fractions. Okay, so another way to do it is to make them into fractions. All right, so we'll have a look with these next examples. I'll show you how to do it with fractions, okay? And then if you've got it in fractions, because you've done so much work on fractions since you were like in what, grade 4, hey? Then it sometimes becomes a little bit easier if you're dealing with fractions and then to put them back into decimals. But another way you can also do it is, do they let you use your calculator at school in grade 8?
Yes, ma'am.
Ah, you could also use your calculator to check your answers, could you not?
Yes, ma'am.
Ah, okay. So remember, you've got that calculator this year. So that's going to help you out a little bit as well, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, cool.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. All right, guys. So I've got 7,3. I've got 7,300. Now, I said to you earlier when we were doing the ones above, I said, make sure you have the same number of decimal points because you've got 7 and 7, not going to help you. Then you've got 3 and 3. And then the one side's got no zeros, the other side's got zeros. Guys, can I put zeros in? I can do this. That's not going to change the value of my number by putting zeros into the decimal places, isn't it? It's going to stay exactly the same. So now tell me, I've got 7,300 and I've got 7,300. 7,300, 7,300. What can I say about those two numbers? They're going to be equal. Okay, they're going to be equal. Now, Amishle was asking me now, ma'am, what happens if you forget about that? If you forget the method that I've just shown you, there is a different way to do it. You can say to yourself, 7,3 is the same thing as saying 73 over 10. Okay, we know it's 73 over 10. And 7,3 with all those zeros is the same thing as saying 7,300 over, oh, sorry, guys, over 1,000 because it had 3 decimal places. Okay, so those are the same things. Okay, you know that in maths, when you're getting rid of all your zeros, I've got a 0 there, a 0 there, a 0 there, a 0 there, and now I have 73 over 10, and I have 73 over 10. What do I know about those numbers? They are equal. Okay, they are equal. All right. Amar, you got it wrong, but you will never get it wrong again now that you've seen how to do it properly. Okay, 6,22. I've got 44,09. I've got 44,1. Not going to help me. I need to make sure I've got 2 decimal places. So here I've got 0.9, 2 decimal places. If I want to have 2 decimal places, I'm going to put another 0 in there. So which one's bigger, 44,09 or 44,10, guys? Which one's going to be bigger? Which one's going to be bigger? Good. It's going to be 44,10. So 2 dots, 1 dot, close it off. Okay. Right. My next one, I've got 2745,7. I've got 2745,099. So that big number before, 2745, not going to help me, hey? Because they're the same thing. Then I have comma 0 and I have comma 099. So 3 decimal places. So what do I need to do here? I need to bring in 2 more decimal places. Now, 2745, 2745. Can I ignore those for now, guys? I can. And I can say to myself, which bit number is bigger? 700 or 099? It's going to be 700. And finally, I got 1,999 and I've got 2,0. Well, let's do 1 and 2. What's bigger, 1 or 2? That one's an easy one, hey? That one's a nice, easy one. 2 is always going to be bigger than 1. So that one kind of gives it away to you. That one kind of gives it away. It's right there in the actual number. All right, we are doing so well. Well done, guys. We are moving. Well done. Okay. All right. Your favorites. Writing the numbers from greatest to least. Who can tell me what the fancy word is for that? Who can tell me what the fancy word is for writing the numbers from greatest to least? Amishle, talk to me. What's the fancy word?
Descending order, ma'am.
Good. Descending, going from the biggest to the smallest. Well done, Mateo. Well done. All right. Guys, I know you know how to do descending order. I'm going to give you 2 minutes while you're doing that. I see I have Mr. Umar asking me for a brain break. Umar, take a small break. Stand up. Shake out your legs. Promise we are going to be doing our brain break on Thursday. We have to get through our content tonight. If we get through all our content we have for tonight, on Thursday we'll have some extra time. So stay with me. Stay with me, Umar. You want to make sure you've gone over everything for your test, okay? All right. Stay with me, guys. We almost there. We almost there. All right. 2 minutes. I'm going to give you a nice hint. I'm going to say to you, remember, try always have your decimal places. Try have the same decimal places. Okay, remember, have the same number of decimal places to help you. Okay, I'm doing some screenshots so that I can do the answers for you on the next page. All right. These are the kind of questions that I would like all my grade 8 Maths Live students to get 100% right in your test. Okay, because like you guys always say to me, ma'am, this is the easy ones. These are where's all the hard questions? Guys, if you can get all of the easy stuff right in your maths test, all the easy stuff that we're practicing and practicing, that means that out of all the easy questions, it makes up 60% of your paper. So if you can get all the stuff that we're practicing again and again and again, if you can get that right, okay, that means you've already passed. All right, you just need to get the easy stuff right. Okay, so if you practice all this easy stuff until you 100% making no errors, you can pass maths. Okay, you can pass maths. All right. Okay, let's have a look. All right, so I'm going to go and insert in pictures that I just took for us. So we had those ones. Okay, let's make some space. So we've got some place to write here. All right, let's start with our first one, guys. Let's start with our first one. So I'm going to go through them for you so that it's nice and quick. So I said to you, make sure you always have the right number of decimal places. 1 decimal place, 3 decimal place, no decimals, 2 decimal places. I'm going to go fix that for myself. So I'm going to have 75,300 to help me out. 74,995, that one's easy. 76,000, and then 75,190. So we're going descending order, we're going biggest to smallest in all of those numbers, okay? Which is the biggest? Which is the biggest if we're going descending, highest to lowest? Good, 76. So I've got 76. And guys, if you leave the decimal places there, it's okay. You can say 76, comma, 000. It's the same number. Your teacher's not going to penalize you. Okay, so I've got 76. All right. My next number, I've got two 75s. So I've got 75 and 75, 300 and 190. So you need to ask yourself, which one's bigger? It's going to be 75, comma, 300. So you can have your 300 there. It's perfect. You're not going to get marked down. 75, comma, 300. Then you're going to have your 75, comma, 19 or 75, comma, 190. And finally, we're going to have our 74, comma, 995. Done. Done. Right, the next one I gave you, okay, you're going to use the same method. You're going to make sure, does it have the same decimal places? Does it have the same decimal places? I'm going to do the answer for you. So you should have 86 is your biggest number. Then you've got 85, comma 3. Then you have 85, comma 19. And you have 84, comma 995. All right. Number 3. So number 3, biggest number that's there is definitely 2,45 when you put all your zeros in. Okay, when you put all your zeros in, so 2,45. Then I have 2,2. Then I have 2,02. Then I have 2, 1,8, and 1,56. All right. And the last one that we have here is one that's really tricky because there's all zeros now, okay? Remember what I said, make sure they've got the same decimal places. So the biggest number out of all of these is 0,57. Then I have 0,5. Then I have 0,058. Then I have 0,05. And my last one, I'm going to have 0,046. Done. Right. Remember what I said to you. Make sure you're practicing all the easy things. Practice the easy things. Practice, practice, practice. Somebody's saying to me, I forgot a number. I did forget a number. No, I didn't forget a number. You looking for the number 2, hey? There it is. Number 2. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. All right. Make sure that you've got those or you've got a screenshot of them. And remember what I said. Go back and practice them again and again and again until you're getting them 100% right. All right. Let's move on to our last little section for tonight. Let's bring back our cover. Okay, so moving on to our last little section for tonight, we're going to round these numbers to the nearest 10th, and then we're going to round to the nearest 100th. Now, the key here to know what they're talking about, okay, is this. They love doing this to you guys, all right? If they want a 10th, that little TH on the end, that means, what do they want? They're looking for decimals, guys. They're looking for decimals. So be careful. It's the same as how in the next one, they want you to round off to the nearest 100th. It's the TH that's going to be the thing that you need to look for. When you're in grade 8 now, another way that they can say this to you, instead of them saying rounding off to the nearest 10th, they could say to you, round these numbers to the, or they can say, round off to 1 decimal place. So that's another way for them to say it. And if they're looking for the 100th, then they're going to say round off to 2 decimal places. All right, now some people I know do not like rounding off. And guys, I'm going to teach you a little trick tonight about rounding off that's going to help you, especially if you don't like it, if you get confused sometimes, if you've had to learn it off by heart because you're not sure. Tonight, I'm going to teach you a life-changing trick. So here we go. The first number I've got there is 6,87. So I've got 6,87. I need to round off to the nearest 10th, okay? So, in other words, round off to 1 decimal place. Right, so what I'm going to go and do is I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to circle where they want me, what I'm looking at, okay? So, I'm looking at that number 8. That's the number, that's the 10th, okay? That's the 10th. All right. And what I'm going to be looking at to help me round off is this number over here that I underline. So it's the number immediately next to it to the right. Okay. Now, what you're going to do when you round off is you're going to pretend like this is a balloon. Okay. You're going to pretend that's your balloon. All right. So here's your whole hand. You're holding a balloon. Now, what happens if you had to let, it's a helium balloon, hey? It's got that air in it that makes it float. What happens, guys, if you let go of a balloon? What happens to the balloon? What does it do? What happens if you let it go? What's the balloon going to do? Is it going to float up or is it going to go land on the ground? We're doing a little bit of science here, natural science. If you've got a helium balloon, you hold it in your hand, okay? You let it go, it flies away. Good. It goes up. It flies away, hey? It's going to go up. All right, so you're holding your balloon in your hand. This is the string for the balloon, okay? The number that's underlined, we're going to counter it now. So I've got, so this is my hand. I'm holding my balloon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, what happened to the balloon? What happened when you got to 5? It goes, hey? It floats away. So that means that this number is going to be rounded up to 6, comma, what number is 1 up from 8? It's going to be 6, comma 9. Okay, 6, comma 9. All right, let's see if it works with the next one. The next one is 8,73. So, again, we're going to draw a balloon. I've got 8,73. Round off to 1 decimal place on the nearest 10. I'm going to put a circle around what I need to round off. And I'm going to underline the number that's right next to it. Underline the number that's right next to it. Okay? All right? Here's my balloon. All right. So here's my balloon. Okay? I'm looking at the number that's next to it. I'm holding my balloon. Here's my balloon. All right? So 1, 2, 3. Am I still holding on to the balloon, guys? Is there something that's still holding the balloon in my hand? I'm still holding on to that balloon, hey? So what's it going to become? This number is going to become 8, comma, my balloon stayed. I was holding on to it. So 8, comma 7. All right. I like maths that makes sense to my brain. If I can understand, okay, that means that I'm holding on to the balloon, and the moment that I count to 5, the balloon's gone, that makes sense to my brain. I can see it. Guys, maths makes sense if you can see it. Make it make sense to you. It's going to be a lot easier. Okay. All right. I'm going to do the last 2 for you. Or the last 3, sorry. So I've got 8,326. Again, just a reminder, I'm circling the 3. I'm underlining the 2. Do I worry about that 6? Nope, I don't worry about that 6. Okay. All right. So If I'm looking at that, my answer is going to be 8,3. Because remember, I'm holding onto my balloon. 1, 2, I'm still holding onto my balloon. Okay. I circle the 0, I underline the 2. My answer is going to be 6,0, or you can say 6. And my final one, I'm keeping the 4. I count to 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My balloon lets go, and that becomes a 1. 0 becomes a 1. Okay, I know it's funny because of the balloon, but you're never going to forget. You're never going to forget. Okay, you're never, ever, ever going to forget the balloon now, hopefully. Don't forget the balloon. Use the balloon. All right, guys, I have 3 minutes left, and